Indeed so. Which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Beria. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish! If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh? Why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. What of the throbbing? Sorry, what do you mean? Your head, man! The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Ah! Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I! My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right. My head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Then the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So, you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? Oh, semen stroganoff? Yeah, doesn't sound delight. Everyone was drugged? My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? I do. No! Really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. I think that's pronounced soporific. Oh shit! We had poison chicken! A sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo! Of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea! Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Mr. Sholmes! Well, seaman. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. Please, no more. I will tell you. I will tell everything. Nani? I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes. So when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help. Everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet, Mother Asha. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. We could not make all drug, how do you say, dissolve? Ugh. Talk about heavy seasoning. At midnight, in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by a comrade on shore with small fishing boat. While all the passengers of the SS Beria slept soundly. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. So, if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by the tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yes! The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. And so, not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. Nandayo! No, not the chicken sandwiches! Yes, the chicken! Welcome back, Lady Sariel. Like crap and ew, why would you continue eating?
You have talked long time and said many things. What is point?
The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But I don't know about any of this. I am just a little girl. Oh shit.
Oh, you like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. Oh. But I am sailor, and sailors do not listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. Oh.
A laudable trait.
What?
I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes? Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, ma'am. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction.
What are you talking about? No!
I believe the time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said, of these two prevaricators. Observation? If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely! You are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can do. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Ooh, he looks angry, doesn't he, chat? Chunky arms! What suggests that someone else was there at the scene? Definitely the chunky arms. Chunky. Ooh, what is this? What is this?
Yes! Yes!
Breakthrough. Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there.
Yes, I am, I don't know where the dirt comes from.
So, nothing in particular comes to mind about this stain?
What are you trying to say?
It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. And I think what made it is clear. Indeed, it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. All right then. The evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is.
Yes!
Oh, that wasn't it? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, I should have saved. I should have saved. It could have been me, damn it, Sam. And as a matter of fact, it was me, damn it. Sorry, my activity feed's not showing me the person who gifted the sub. But thanks for gifting the sub to Pug. What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo? Just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts. Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt? Yes. A lot. Oh, fuck, dude. Uh-oh. You know, it occurs to one occasionally, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? That a purple stain is perhaps caused by something purple? Pray, what color was the object you identified? Ugh. That was a gentlemanly way of telling me I'm an idiot! Oops. Fucking derp? Mr. Sam K. derp? Oh, did Mr. Sholmes upset you, Mr. Naruhodo? Your face has turned almost purple. Alright, I get the idea. I should be looking for something purple. Oops. So the evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Strogonoff's uniform really is...
Yes!
Here we go. Crime scene photograph. It literally says purple on there. Yes, it's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform.
Ink?
A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Love when his eyes look like that. Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means... you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilled.
All right. Yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in Dan student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Beria do emergency stop and both cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel.
What a nice guy. If, please.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet.
Biff, please, you must help me.
I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here?
Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend.
Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor.
Actually, wait, hold on, that's that's Ryunosuke. Never mind. I just realized you're causing lots of spoilers. Hey, Hades, you know I was playing this. It's okay. You'll forget it when you get to this point. But yeah, man, if you want to avoid spoilers now that you have a copy of this game, I totally understand, dude.
Take 2.
Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor?
Yes, that is right.
So, after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor.
She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked. So she opened to look and you already know what happened after.
There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
But
When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why?
I already told you! When Nina opened door of student's cabin and looked.
I was asking Miss Pavlova. Oh goddamn, Susato! You tell that seaman Stroganoff, Biff. I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Yeah. However you pronounce that. Oh. Yes. That is right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor. Not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events? A kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. Nani?
What do you mean, unnatural?
What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, well... If Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? It's gotta be the finger. It's gotta be the finger. But this is my last fucking chance, or this fucking case is donezo. So I'm gonna say one more time. If we were fucking being serious, I'll forget by morning. But yeah, no, I totally understand moving forward if you don't want to watch to avoid spoilers. I mean, Par is doing the same exact thing because he also has a copy of the game.
Yes! Yes!
It must be here. Surely. Allow me to offer you a piece of advice regarding the pursuit of detection, my dear fellow. When noting a crucial point, it can be helpful to keep your eyes open. They were open. Oh no, that wasn't it. Good thing I saved. And it can be equally helpful to use them.
What?
I wanna see what happens. I've actually never failed before. Like, all 5 tries. Sorry. I'll try that. Oh, it's just a game over, isn't it?